The power in the AL East last year turned out to be the Red Sox and Tampa. I'm Kevin Dupont for Globe 10.0 here with Chad Finn. And Chad, does it shake out the same way this year, or the Yankees make a move here? Or Baltimore, who knows?
Toronto won't.
Toronto,
we could say that.
Yeah.
Toronto's the one I think you cross off. Baltimore's not a bad team, but it's just too much firepower elsewhere in the division for them to really get into the mix. I think they strike me as like an 85-win spoiler type.
Yeah.
I like Tampa Bay to win the division because of their pitching. It's not just Price and Moore. Alex Cobb and Chris Archer are ascending top of the rotation guys, and of course they have Will Myers for a full year. I think they edge out the Red Sox, but the Red Sox end up having a very good year, and they probably run into each other in the postseason.
Well, if I remember correctly last year, I think Tampa had 92 wins, Red Sox with their 97.
Yeah.
So both you and I agree here, Red Sox are going to probably dip back a little to low 90s. So you obviously you're feeling Tampa's going to be 95, 96, 97.
Yeah, I think they're a little bit better than they were last year. Just a more high-quality depth on the top of that roster.
Red Sox, I would think, at least going in here, the best chance the Red Sox have for pushing back toward 97 and maybe holding Tampa at bay is this starting rotation for the Sox. You feel the same?
Yeah, I mean, John Lester's your ace, and he had a pretty lengthy hiccup last year in the middle of summer, whereas I think it was a 6-start stretch. He was terrible.
He got rid of that.
He got rid of that and took it right through October. If he can be the guy through the regular season that he was for a good chunk of his career, up until 2012, and the guy he was again in the big games last year, you have a legitimate number one there, and that puts everything else in place behind him.
Yeah, I always look at that Tampa lineup, and I don't disagree with your assertion here that maybe they take it, but they always play better than they look on the sheet to me.
Yeah. Well, that's the manager. Joe Madden is pretty good at juggling guys and putting them in situations that they can handle. They have some guys who are better players than they get credit for, starting with Ben Zobrist, really good all-around guy. Longoria's an anchor, and I think Will Myers is a guy who's going to be a perennial all-star here. So there's a lot there, even though there's not always a lot of name recognition there in that lineup.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. Chad's on Tampa. I'm not going to do that. I'm staying with the Red Sox because I don't need any more hate mail.